The Assault on Hereford base is the latest event to come to Rainbow Six Siege, and this is by far my favorite thing I think which has ever came to this game. And I wanted to make this video just to truly talk about it and everything they got right with this event, and just a deep dive into everything. Now, the first thing I want to say right now is this event is only available until the 19th of February. If you're watching right now and you haven't played this event, please load up the game, give it a try. I don't want you to miss out. So yes, this is our first ever lore-based event in game, meaning it's quite different. This is part of the official canon. It has cutscenes. There is a story being told here. The gameplay itself is extremely captivating and fun, and is a celebration of Rainbow Six Siege's gameplay itself, and I'll get into that bit in a minute. So, the basic premise of the event is that the Kudos Legion have infiltrated Rainbow's ranks through the recruit system and are attacking them from the inside. Their goal is to free Deimos from Rainbow's captivity and destroy Hereford base, which, if you don't know, is Rainbow's HQ. And they have done this by planting explosives all around the base. Now, this is a narrative which has been building for close to 2 years now, and is now a major milestone in the lore. So, in this event, players are on two sides. One side is the Rainbow side. This is a mixture of both attackers and defenders on the same side, meaning you can use all of their gadgets in unison, bringing a Monty alongside a Fenrir, with a Tuberau, with a Gridlock, and a Nomad. You can mix and match a bunch of them. There are so many different synergies which you've never been able to do before due to sides being restricted. That is not the case in this mode. Just like how in the story Rainbow fight as one team, this is finally our first time seeing it in gameplay. Now, what's especially cool with the Rainbow side is, if you die with an operator, that operator is dead for the remainder of this game. The Rainbow side is meant to be harder than the Kudos' side. This is an assault on their base. You dying as an operator is meant to have that consequence of that operator dying on this assault. So although you do have respawns, the amount of them you have is limited to how many operators you have left to use. The Kudos Legion side, on the other hand, has unlimited respawns, and they are limited to playing as a Kudos soldier with the UMP. They also have access to the FBI's shotgun, a few separate secondary weapons, and of course 2 secondary gadgets, since they are technically strikers and sentries. Did I mention that this event has 3 completely separate stages, which take you to different parts of the map, some being new, with completely new cutscenes, objectives, and by far, the biggest thing here is that Rainbow have to succeed in each 3 of these stages to win. The Kudos Legion only have to win 1. You may think that, mixed with the fact that the Kudos soldiers have unlimited respawns, makes this unbalanced, but the Rainbow side are very capable of winning if you are using your gadgets and playing smart. Don't just go running around like it's a TDM. This is the assault on Rainbow's base, and these operators have to work together to win. It is intentionally harder to win as Rainbow, but that means when you win as Rainbow, it is all the more satisfying. It is just so downright fun. And there's a lot of really interesting narrative points here as well. If you're on the Rainbow side, Sam Fisher is the one who is coming through your comms and telling you what the plan is. If you're on the Kudos side, a brand new character called Phobos is the one telling you what to do. So I said that this is a celebration of Rainbow Six Siege's gameplay itself. Let me explain. Stage 1 is secure the area. Maverick, Lion, and Mira, who are inside Hereford, are creating an entry point for other operators to get inside of the base and attempt to hold it down. The operators in which we play as have to hold this area to allow a safe entry and push back the Kudos Legion. This gives us our first little taste of mixing attackers and defenders together, throwing down some track stingers, activating traps as Fenrir, bringing a Doc which can then heal a Monty. There is so much unique stuff you can do here with attackers and defenders on the same side, and it is downright fun. So if Rainbow managed to hold down this area successfully, the wall gets opened by Maverick and they can make their way into the base. And that is when we move into stage 2. The Rainbow Ops are tasked with protecting the server room from the Kudos Legion threat, as if they get any of this information, it will put thousands of people's lives at risk. The Kudos soldiers have to grab a hacking device and successfully plant it in the server room. Sound familiar? Phase 2 is bomb. Now, on the Rainbow side, the operators which have died in the first stage are still no longer playable. So that means keeping as many operators alive through every stage is important. Think of it like attrition. Legion. But although you may have already lost some operators, you get given more as reinforcements, meaning some new operatives are now allowed to be played, which leads to some pretty cool things as well, because you can use the acog on Bandit, the same on Thunderbird, Melusi, and Fenrir, which is something which you can't do in the core game. So if Rainbow successfully stopped the Kudos Legion from planting in the time limit, or if they managed to disable an active hacking device, that is when we move into stage 3. So by this point, Hereford base is already pretty much lost. There is no time to stop all of these explosives around the base, and Rainbow have to evacuate. Now, the Kudos Legion are there to take Deimos. Rainbow aren't going to let that happen. The new goal is to take Deimos, escort him to the exit point, and evacuate the base. Now, what's the third and final game mode of Rainbow Six Siege? That's right, hostage. The goal here is to escort Deimos, who is the hostage, to the extraction point, which is a helicopter. This takes place in a new, unique outside area, and although you've already been synergizing attackers and defenders in the previous 2 stages, this is where I truly feel it all ramps up. This is by far my favorite part. This is Rainbow's final push. They have to get Deimos to that extraction point, or it's all over. The Kudos Legion simply have to stop them until the time limit runs out and the base explodes, or if they kill all remaining Rainbow operatives. And I had moments which felt like I was ripped out of like a Siege cinematic. We had me on Dokkaebi escorting Deimos to the extraction point, with Sense providing ROU walls for visual cover, lying pop-in scans, other operators taking gunfights. Like, this is genuinely my favorite part. And once again, you do get some reinforcements, but remember, your overall pool of operators which you can use are still determined by how well you've done in the previous 2 modes. The better you do in stage 1, the more lives you have in stage 2, etc. And if Rainbow successfully get Deimos to the extraction point, Rainbow wins. Regardless of who wins though, Hereford base blows up. That is a canonical fact that Hereford base gets destroyed. If Rainbow wins, they escape the base with Deimos still in their custody. And if the Kudos Legion wins, they successfully free Deimos. But regardless of what one of these outcomes are canon, we technically don't know yet, but I'm gonna assume the Rainbow side is, Hereford base gets destroyed regardless. This is backed up by the comic book, which shows Blackbeard's perspective of this, which also shows Hereford base's destruction. But that is what I mean when I say that this was a celebration of Rainbow Six Siege's gameplay. You've got attacking and defending operatives finally being playable together, resulting in completely brand new, unique scenarios, being played through all the core modes which have been there since launch, with Secure the Area, Bomb, and Hostage, especially since Secure and Hostage have kind of been forgotten about for a lot of players, since Ranked only has Bomb and it's seen as the main Rainbow Six Siege mode these days. So it's nice to see the other 2 get this appreciation. And even on that level, that is such a cool concept. Rainbow Six Siege has always had these 3 modes separated. This event gives us them as one singular mode. That is honestly something pretty amazing in my opinion. I think from a narrative standpoint, having Rainbow Six Siege lore incorporated like this and actually being furthered in the story, because as of the time I'm recording this is our current major next part of the story. We were looking to see what happens after this. We're waiting for the year 10 season 1 reveal to see what happens after this. A lot of us are theorizing that Striker Z09, which was seen in the comic book of this assault where we see Blackbeard's perspective of this, a lot of us think that they might actually be our year 10 season 1 operator, since they did say that they are from New Zealand, and a lot of us have been waiting for a New Zealand operator. So this is going to be a major part of the lore. We're going to have new operatives coming from this, because we're having recruits who, colleagues who they think is another friendly recruit, are killing them. So we've got good ones like the Striker, who potentially may get a promotion from this because how they helped Blackbeard and everything. We have the destruction of Rainbow's HQ itself and the effects that's going to have with the Global Security Alliance Council, because they are actually now doing a vote if they should shut Rainbow down, because they are just causing more conflict than actually resolving stuff. I have a little theory that Phobos is actually a part of this council and these politicians. I'm going to make a different video on that, because I definitely think there's politicians with their hands in the Kudos Legion who are doing all of this intentionally to shut Rainbow down for political gain and other reasons. But it's just a really cool way for us to actually embrace the lore and play in it and play with attackers and defenders. There's just so many different things, and it makes it very replayable as well, you know? Having all of these different synergies, having all of these different outcomes, and the way you can get to them with that standard Siege formula being flipped on its head while still working, I think just results in just fun gameplay. Like, there's no other way to say it. It's fun. I want to say as well, I think the pack collection is pretty good as well. Unlike previous events, it has no recolors or, you know, stuff I would deem lazy. I actually think this is a solid pack collection, and I didn't feel like a scumbag for buying the entire collection like I kind of have with the previous ones. This, by all means, is a glowing example on how you should do an event. I understand that you like the wacky events, I think they're fun as well, but like Rainbow is Magic, Rengoku, those events, I play them probably, I don't know, 3 times at most, drop them and go back to rank. This event, I could honestly play and repeat. I'm actually sad that it's leaving on the 19th, because I'm actually also going to be in Boston for SI 2025, because I just love events and I love meeting everyone. So I'm actually not even going to have much time to play it, because I leave in a few days from this upload to actually go to Boston. So I just love this event. I can't say it enough. I know people are going to call me a glazer and stuff like that, which is fine. I'll accept it. Like, I have had so much fun with this event. I have loved every second of it. There's been so many moments which I've just like, this is cool. Like, I'm playing as Fenrir right now, who defected from Deimos after Deimos tricked him and killed his colleagues, and now he's working for Rainbow and he's fighting back. He's taken a jab back at the Heroes Legion and proving himself as a good soldier and not a potential spy, which some people thought he would be. Like, I don't know. I'm a nerd. I don't care what you say. It's so fucking cool. And I know a lot of people say like, okay, Outbreak event is still the best, but it's like, I don't care. I disagree. I think Outbreak was fun. I enjoyed Outbreak. It spun off into Extraction. That whole thing's died off now. We're ignoring that part where there was an alien split separate timeline of Rainbow Six, although it wasn't canon. We're just going to move on from that. We have an actual narrative-based core timeline event right now, which is a celebration of the lore, celebration of the game, celebration of the operators, and it is done in an extremely perfectly done way. I cannot emphasize how much I love this event, how well it was done, and how thankful I am that it exists. I could probably talk about this for another hour, and I'll probably make more videos on it, but I've got lore videos to make. We got to talk about this. I think the Rainbow side is canon. It would make the most sense if the Rainbow outcome is canon, but we'll have to wait and see what happens next. I'm so excited. But yeah, all in all, I love the event. Play it if you haven't. Please, please, please just play it. If you're on the Rainbow side, work together. Don't run and gun. It's meant to be harder for Rainbow. I'm just loving it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Assault on Hereford base event. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys do as well. Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. Sub if you're new. I'll catch you later. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace.